Want to get paid more, the best way to make more money in your business is to be able to charge higher prices. And obviously in some commodity businesses that just doesn't work if you got a lot of competition. But in a lot of service businesses, it's really all about perception. How do your ideal prospects, customers, and clients perceive you? Are you the recognized authority, celebrity in your industry? And if you are, you can charge double, triple, sometimes 5 or 10 times the price for the same amount of work, sometimes even less work. And we've got 3 big steps for authority, but before I go into that, I'll let Lyle chime in here and talk a little bit about his thoughts on it.
I was thinking it can apply to products as well as services. For instance, Rolls Royce and BMW are both owned by the same company.
Yep.
One charges $80,000, one charges $280,000, whatever the numbers are. And so here's the same basic car, but because it's built as a higher authority, they're going to be able to charge more for that.
Yeah, I think it's a slightly different body style on the same chassis, and
same chassis, same engine.
You've got that. It's become a verb now. This is the Rolls Royce of toilet paper, or the Rolls Royce of mansions, or the Rolls Royce of.
So authority is positioning.
Yes, absolutely.
It really is, and it's your, again, it also is how the market respects you. So you look at the fact that you've got one service company that provides an outstanding service to the marketplace. They're known as the best of the best. I mean, you think of all of the like Wrigley Spearmint gum, way back in the day. It was the authority. Winston tastes good like a, which we don't really necessarily like to bring up the cigarette thing.
Oh, cigarette.
When you say that, when you say that, they become the automatic authority because of what they're all about. So because of their brand authority. So
yeah, that little tagline or that main benefit is one piece of it. And we talk about the 3 main steps. There are 8 specific steps, but to keep it at a high level strategy, there's 3 main steps. You got first, you want to get that first jolt of authority. Get some media mentions, get cited, quoted, get some articles on recognized authority news media type of websites, or if you want to even go to a slightly tougher, maybe higher level interviews on radio or local TV news stations. And then you've got to put those articles and any other media features, live interviews that you get, put those on a media page on your website. So make it very easy right in your navigation, so anybody who's coming by considering using your business, your service, can easily say, oh, media, what's going on here? Click on there and see where you've been featured. Don't make them hunt and peck for that. That's that first jolt that gets it started, and do that consistently so they can see there's a big difference. Oh, he got featured a year ago, he got quoted on ABC, or man, he's been quoted every month on this topic, and this topic is slightly different. Maybe 2 or 3 main topics you're an expert on, and you keep showing little subtopics and a little expertise underneath that every month after month. That really builds the trust and the belief people have, the confidence to choose you over your competitors. The second piece of that is your videos. You got to have a good video strategy on these topics so that you can convey that message. People have, hey, I've got these main questions that your clients are going to have, and they're seeing you as the expert. They expect you to have those answers, to know what those questions are, and then to answer those. Preferably you have those on videos easily organized on your website so they can find those and leap to that conclusion. This is the guy, he must be the expert because he knows all the questions I had before I even had to call him and ask him. And the third piece of that...
Well, before we go ahead, let me jump in here because we start talking about media and doing it all the time and being on these search engines. That's kind of scary, and it doesn't sound like something I can do.
Yeah.
It's like, how can I do this? It's scary. But when you talk about videos, anybody can be a video. And basically, I think what people miss is everyone is an expert at something. And instead of saying, I've got to be this one expert, you know more than I know about some subject. Clint knows more about some subject. Steve knows more about some subject. All of us are experts in our own specific areas, just like all companies. If you own a business, you are an expert in your business, period. It doesn't have to be
Yeah,
this huge
absolutely.
thing. And so trying to make it this big wah 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 thing or whatever instead,
How'd that
just
go
say wah 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 wah. Instead, just say, look, I am an expert, so I can do these videos because I know what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter if you're a roofer or a baker or whatever. You know more than someone else does.
It may have sounded funny and not as professional, but that's a good technique to get ready for your interview. Blah, blah, blah.
Yes, it does.
Get your voice working out. Work your jaw, work your muscles.
Okay, well, I'm the one that does most of the video right here, and no, let's not do that. But the reality is, on video, it is not complicated. It's not difficult. That's that is my game. That's what I do on a regular basis. That's my business is video. But at the same time, you can do video with an iPhone. You can do video with an Android phone. You can do video with just about any device, and it does not have to be absolutely complex. Just share your expertise. I mean, it's all about the authority. It's not that complicated.
Right.
The biggest thing is the message. If you craft the message, people can forgive a little bit lower video quality if there's no production quality, if you don't have any background music, if you don't even have any of those basic things. People seeing things on the internet can forgive that because of what YouTube has trained them to be, but they won't forgive if you don't come across as the expert, if you don't know the answers to their questions, if you don't project confidently that you know what you're talking about and people believe that, they jump to the conclusion that, oh, I believe this guy, he must know what he's talking about because he knew this piece, he knew that piece, he knew this piece, and you've conveyed that in your video. The message is the most important thing. The one other quick point I would say is audio. If you've got an external audio mic on your iPhone or Android, it's going to produce a lot better audio. That is a real key on the internet, is to have clear, very easy to understand audio. If it's garbled or messed up in any way, that hurts your authority. You don't want that.
Yeah, we're getting off on video stuff, so let me just pause it for a second.
Okay, sure.
Because we're going to do a whole video on videos in just a little bit on another day and everything. But let's get back to authority here.
Yeah. We're keeping videos in the context of authority. So
we're starting to get particular.
Do a couple basic things that keep your authority high and don't
Got it. Go ahead.
So piece number 3 is developing a best-selling book. There's a strategy we do for our clients around that, where you can create your book, we'll promote it to best-selling status on Amazon, and then of course if you can do some industry speaking engagements with that as well. Hey, best-selling author is going to speak here, and of course have video clips that you can again feature on your website that further entrenches your authority in people's eyes. And if they're, let's say you're a mortgage broker, they're looking at you and 4 other potential brokers out there, how likely are those other 4 competitors to be speaking at industry events, showing up as an expert, have a series of videos covering all those topics that show you as the authority, and also have the news media mentions, and be an author? It makes it a very simple choice for that new person to say, I'm going to choose you over these other 4 guys that have 1 or none of those elements, and you've got all 5 of them.
And see, I get back to the simplicity factor of writing a book. You know, it seems like a scary thing, but if you write 5 pages a day, that's not that much. If you're an expert, if you know something, which you do, writing 5 pages a day, and that's a 150-page book in a month.
The biggest key is starting with that. Develop your table of contents.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. But you have an expertise on writing a book that you can help somebody else write that book.
Yes.
Instead of, because it doesn't have to be a scary thing. That's what we do. We help other people.
I've been through the process 3 times with my own books and multiple times with different clients.
And see what we just did? We showed you authority that he has and showed it to you right here on the video. See how that works?
Yep.
It's real simple because you got somebody giving testimony to a skill someone else has.
Right? We practice what we preach to. We don't just like to speak from the pulpit.
No.
All right. Well.
Do you want to wrap us up?
Yeah, to wrap it up. I mean, this basically, we're talking about authority, and there's so many components of authority. And in reality, I mean, we could sit here and talk for 3 or 4 hours on each one of these components, video and the book writing, et cetera, et cetera. But the reality is, we'll do more videos. We just want to get the word out a little bit about Digital Success Advantage and what we're all about and how we can help.
What were we talking about again?
Authority.
You good with that? Okay.
Good with that.
All right. See you next time. Bye. Concepts that we talk about could be just like
basically
probably a minute or 2.
If you want to write a book, here's what you do. You start with your table of contents. You know,
Yep.
Just write a little bit every day.
How about pen thieves? Because he tried to steal my pen.
Right.
Yeah, he's done it twice. It's starting to irritate me.
It's got a flashlight on there.
I know it does, but it's my pen. Stop stealing my pen.
If I'd known you liked the lights, I would have brought you one.
Right.
Okay.